So today we're going to be installing these lovely God's Snow high high performance camera kit. So you can see I have two here. They're assembled here with some pins on each side. So before I install this, let me show you something. So as I showed you in the previous video, I had this bolt drilled all the way through, and if you can see here, I got it right there. I have a 19 on one on the back end and a 15 on the other end. The way how it's situated, and I'll show you guys when I take it off. This is not very stern how it bolts on the inside on the actual chassis, so they do come off. I've seen people tap them, retap them. And another referral was to cut out this wider and then weld another nut inside of there. I personally just drove straight through it. Make sure if you are doing it the way I did it, and it is up to you if you want to do it that way. So far it's held stern. Make sure that you hold the drill straight when you're drilling it in, because you don't want to drill it at an angle. When you put the bolt through, it can't, the bolt won't be able to fit. So make sure that make sure you take all this out the way, and the drill bit is straight when you're drilling it, so that way you don't have to make the hole any wider than you have to. So with that being said, I'm gonna drop this out. It's quite easy. Just I would recommend taking this out first, and then these two, so it takes the weight off everything off of here, and then you can take these two bolts out. So I'm going to get to it. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am taking my time getting this thing situated, so now I have the back completed, and once I take it out, I'll show you how I line it up so both sides will have equal camber. Alright, y'all, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this thing out. I'm going to pull this the first bolt that attaches to the suspension itself. And for me, this is a 14, and I have a couple of washers on here because this, I don't know, came with some washers, so I got them on there. So got two washers, one flat washer and one lock washer. Then the bolt kind of ease the tension off of it a little bit. Take the bolt out, take this up, so that way you can find the stuff when you need them. Wish I would have known this years ago. Alright, so the reason why I'm doing this side first, this is I won't say the harder side, but it's a little bit more technical. So like I said, because this bolt here is stripped, this is a 15 on this end, so I'm not going to be able to use the 14. So I have a really long extension, so that way I can reach in here, because it is kind of crowded inside of here. Oh wait, it's a 16, eh? This is actually 15 on this end and a 19 on the other end. So I'm gonna throw the 19 on the back side, on the back there, and then I'll come back to break that loose. Alright, so this thing decides to puzzle me, even though I'm the one putting it in. So I'm gonna have to use a 16, and I don't know if you guys can see it here, and an 18. The sun is kind of beaming off this thing. An 18 and a 16. Two of the oddest sockets you can imagine. So wow. What was that wrong? Alright, got that on there. Get it on. 14, 15 nut, 14. Okay, so now I got this out, and this is the same red as what I got on there. This is the same red as what I got on there, but I need this to measure it up, both sides. So this thing was loose, man. Look at that. This thing was loose. Go. Me snug it up so I can good thing I don't think it would have went anywhere, but yeah, that thing was definitely loose. So we get around to the other side and knock that one off. Alright, so before jump to the other side, just kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. See, I just drilled straight through the bolt, this frame. I just kind of open that up a little bit more with a drill bit so I can get a bigger bolt in there, and it goes all the way through, and I just catch the other bolt on the back. Let me jump on the other side now. Hey, when you live up north, double D40 is your friend. Make sure you hit them bolts with some double D40. And yeah, this side is pretty. This side is real easy. Well, it's the easy one that's usually gets you. It's the easy side that usually gets you, my friend. But this side is not all messed up like the other side. So everything should be fairly easier on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break the bolts loose on here. Break this loose. Remember to hit it with some double D40, y'all. And that. See, the one thing I know about these older camera kits, even though they are camera kits, they don't loosen up on you, man. They're built really strong. The problem is that that's kind of their downfall, is that they're so strong they get seized up. This one here, I think I had to heat it up to break it loose so I could use it. Alright. Get that out. got time for that. Just take these out. That'll take the tension right off of it. So I'll just pull. Take that out. Just be super careful when you're tightening these. If you can get the torque spec on these, that'll be perfect. So you don't over tighten the bolts. But it is fairly straightforward to remove these. Let me sit my old self down. Old Earl, sit down. Take that one out. Take the tension off of this. Pop that out. Get this out. See, it's just old. This one is loose too. Oh, come on now. Oh, so much for all that. Okay. Wonder if they shook loose or that was on me. I think this was on me. So if I work on your car, please remind me to make sure everything is tight. Alright, let me go up to the camera kit and measure the things up. Alright, y'all. I think I know why I had them loose. Tell y'all while I'm doing this. Alright, so I don't need the length of this. Got my tape measure here. I'm just gonna kind of give me a second. Alright, so I just grabbed the bolt and pushed through here to the middle from off the car, so I can use this to hook, so I can measure this thing up. I think I know why I had these loose on the car, cause when I installed them and I was getting ready to do an alignment, I didn't want to have them really tight, and once I went to go do the alignment, we really couldn't adjust the rear, and yeah, so this is about, see, turn this a little bit, turn this flat, make sure everything lines up on both sides. Not really ideal for me to be working off the back of my wagon, might scratch it up, but okay, get this thing straight, that's straight, put that through, and hook that on here. So this is about 7. So I'm getting about 7 inches evenly. So that's what I'm gonna do on both sides. So put that in here. This is about 2 millimeters off. So turn, 2 turn, measure it again. Give it about, adjust both sides evenly. So you don't want to overextend this side where it's you don't want to overextend it while you wind it where it's all the way out. You kind of want to adjust both sides evenly. So I already did 1 turn on this, so I'm gonna do 1 turn on this end. All right, so that. So I need about 1 more turn. So I'm gonna give the upper side 1 more turn. Here. Put this back in here. Need about 1 more turn. 2. All right. turn. And that in here. Yep, about 7 inches evenly. So I'm gonna do that to this one in the box too. And I'll come back with an install video. Alright, so I'm gonna pull these things apart. And I'm gonna pull them apart. I'm gonna pull them apart. And I'll show you why in a minute. So they won't look as fresh when you get done with them. But you want to pull these apart. And see how it's hard to turn just with your hand? Right? So this is for the on the road. Right? Pull them up. Right? And I have this thing called anti-seize that I'm going to put on there. This is going to save you a lot of headache down the road. So I'm going to anti-seize them up on both ends. Put them back in. Save you a whole lot of headache down the road. You know I'm a long-term planner, man. Alright, so peep game. Leave one of these loose a little bit. Make sure you put some anti-seize. Make sure you put some anti-seize on the on all the bolts that you're putting back in. Leave one of these loose so that way you can pivot it once you get in there. So I'm gonna slap some anti-seize on these 2 bolts in here. Then I'll be right back. Alright. So I'm just gonna get this kind of situated in here. And this is why you want to kind of leave it a little bit loose so you can have some form of adjustment as you're putting it in. Catch the 2 bolts. 1, 2. Catch this one. Lean on it a little bit. Okay. Maybe. Just maybe. I should take it out. I should put it take these out. This out. This. This. But to make sure I be as transparent as possible. Excuse my head being in the camera. Now I'm old now. Can't find the hole like I used to. Alright. Get that in there. Get this bolt. See if I can catch that in. Catch that. Push up on the rear a little bit. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, so that way I don't strip them bolts out again with too much pressure being on it, I'm just gonna put a piece of board under here, raise this up, take any kind of tension off of there, so that way, and show you guys what happens when I tighten it. You see this moving inward. See, it goes inward. That jack takes any kind of tension off of there and gets it situated. So yeah, I just want to make sure that when I tighten it up, it's not pulling the bolts out. You know, I don't want to take any more chances. So yeah, put that jack on it there, tighten it up. 1, 2, 3, and yeah. All right. tight. I ain't like red and yellow before, but hey, it is what it is. So snug, not snug, but I pull on, tighten, get that tighten. Take this jack back down. Okay, just don't forget to tighten, retighten this 7/16 on here. That. And oh, so I know it's tight now because I tightened them. One more pull. That tight. And that is tight. I just knock the other side out. I guess the trickier side. Show y'all how colorful. So it's got the red, yellow and blue. Yellow and blue with red. And when they was clean up, those look pretty nice. They got the trackpad in here. These are also Integra calipers in the back, and I'm gonna do the same setup with the rotors in the front. I just want slotted rotors. I don't want them drilled. All right. So now I'm on the other side here. Take these bolts out. Right here. Already dropping stuff. Get that out. That out. That out. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit this in here. Right. I already got the jack underneath it. Put that in. That there. Put some anti-seize on it. Put the flat washer on. Put the lock washer on. Drop it again. We have dropsy. Catch this. Makes that floor jack, that scissors jack, make life so much easier. Gotta catch it this way, huh? See? Tighten that up when I get to that point. Put some anti-seize on here. And just turn the jack. Get that thing in there. Just take the pressure off of it. Get it in there. Snug this up a little bit, because put that through here. Oh, so I forgot. I'm gonna have to drill this hole out a little bit bigger. Flash. So on here, oh no. I'm gonna have to take this back off. Wrong side, wrong side. Yeah, this fit you here, won't fit you here. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back, y'all. Alright, let me show y'all what's going on now. So because the bolt is bigger, it couldn't fit through here. Couldn't fit through there. So I gotta rotate it so this bolt goes to this side here. So what I had to do was I had to take it back off, wind one side in and one side out to get a full rotation on it. No, it's still not right. Took me long enough to figure out what was going on. So man, no matter how much I rotated it, this was not lining up. So only way I could get the bolt to fit through there was if I turned it upside down, which I don't want. So I remember what I had to do, which was I had to take this shaft out. So these are held by some clips. Right, so I gotta lift up a little bit. Just gonna try to work my way around. Alright. Got the clip out. Tell me I gotta get the other one out too. Alright. Finally got the other pin out. Oh, having a workbench make life so much easier. But gotta use what you got. Alright, take that out. What I'm gonna do is flip it around. So now this, the flat end will be on the other side. Guess some grease would be helpful. Alright. The washer back on. Like this. This over here. Seat it down. Make sure I get the screwdriver and tap it all the way around. Screwdriver falling apart. Yeah. Screwdriver said, if you lick me one more time, I'm just gonna tap it down there a little bit. Make sure it's sit. Boy, very productive day. Get that. Yeah. No bother with this. No bother with this. Sit that on there. And this is pretty much just disassembling how they assemble it. Push it down on there. Just yeah. Think I probably messed this pin up. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get the old one and take this pin off, because this pin is a little cock up a little bit. So I'm gonna take the one of the pin off the other one and put it so it can sit flush like here. Alright, so I pretty much just put it on a rock and flatten it out. So I'm gonna see if it works now. This still a little bit uneven, but let's see. Why can't I just huggish with everything, Santa? Something require gentle touch. Alright, got it sitting flush in there, and I didn't have to take the other one off, so just gonna tap on it a little bit. It's in there. I'm gonna measure it up. Throw this thing back in. Alright, let's see now. Get this thing situated. Quick, fast, and hurry. Get this, yes, sir. Sure, so forgot the level of difficulty that it took, but now y'all understand what it is, ma. What's up? Catch the other one. Catch the one that I had drill out. This through here. Alright, this is like take 200 and something. So because I didn't get the hole perfectly drilled straight, I kind of have to catch the one that I drilled first. Yeah, I got to push that through, then catch that on the back end, and then go from there. So make sure when you're doing this, you drill it straight. So if you can see here, I got the bolt in, but it's kind of tilted. See, kind of gotta push it over to get it in there. Then that's why it's so important to keep this a little bit loose so you can tilt it a little bit. So take my advice, make sure you drill that hole straight, or else it's going to be tilted a little bit. So catch that in there. Now I can catch everything up, but I got to put that one in first, then I can do everything else. Alright, y'all. So I've definitely spent more than enough time on this thing here. Let's see if I can get this thing finished up. This, and I need another washer. Alright, y'all. This thing has gone on long enough. So just trying to finish this thing up now. that up. Grab the 18. Get you around here in the back. Tighten this thing up. Make sure you don't over tighten this. Alright. 15. 14. Got everything in there. Just gotta double check everything, make sure it's, tighten this up so I don't forget it. And yeah, man, so I got the camber kit on. It's a lot of work, you know. So y'all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know, I'll keep y'all up to date with what's going on. One love, stay up, stay blessed.